Hello, friends. How are you today? Welcome to Sunday, July 31st. And a super special happy birthday to my mom, who turned 73 today. I love you, Mama, if you're watching. Mwah, happy birthday. I wish I was with you. Enjoy the cheesecake. Okay. For those of you that don't know me, I am Dr. Janet Roark. I'm a veterinarian in Central Texas, and I love, love, love to use essential oils with animals. Teach you how to make. So, I come live every Sunday at 7 p.m. here on this public page to tell you about essential oils and animals. So if you're hopping on and you can see me, my internet is not cooperating, so I might have to try something else here. Let's see if this works. Let me know that you can see me and hear me by letting me know where you're from and what essential oil you are using topically today. So if you're using an oil topically, let me know what that is. I'm using good old past tense, one of my tried and true favorites, and some digestive support oils because my tummy is not doing super great. So for those of you that don't know my past tense story, I have actually used that. That's actually was the oil that really got me realizing that essential oils were more than just smelly good things, and help the room smell better. That particular oil blend really helped me with my headaches that I was having chronic problems with, and nothing was working, and essential oils finally did. So yay! Kayla's using Deep Blue in Utah. I'll be coming to Utah soon in September. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, you guys, so excited. Terry is using Breathe and Lakeway. Oh, good. I'm so glad you guys can see me. So if you have a question about essential oils and animals, post your question in the chat and I'll be happy to answer some of those today. Elaine is from El Paso. It's a fellow Texan using On Guard every day. It also really helps with the seasonal things that are going around. If you put it on the bottom of your feet, I've found to be quite effective. Clea is using Digestin. I love it. Me too, girl. Me too. Deborah is using Immortelle. I love it. I love your purple hair. That is so pretty. I love it. I'm too chicken to do it. I used to be kind of punk rock in my early college years, believe it or not, and had every color of hair. But I really want to go purple again, but I'm too scared to because of my job. Oh, Shauna's using in Minnesota using some frankincense. I love it. All right, let's answer some questions, shall we? Barbara is asking about ear hematomas or aural hematomas, as what they're called. And this can be, first of all, usually they are caused by trauma, and it could be from like running into something, but usually what they're from is the dog or cat scratching at the ear. And bursting one of the blood vessels in there, and it could just fills up like a pocket full of blood, and can be not super awesome. So you can go to the vet and have them drained. You can treat them conservatively with kind of benign neglect, as we say. They will go down on their own over time, but you can speed up that process with some essential oils. I really like geranium. Obviously, if we're talking about a dog or a cat, we're going to dilute these oils before applying them. I really like geranium, helichrysum, awesome for this. And if you don't have helichrysum, wait till tomorrow. Okay. And the other things that I really like are lavender and basil, because you want to treat whatever it is, or you want to address, sorry, don't use the word treat, address the underlying problem, which is usually some kind of ear itchiness. Okay. Whatever that may be. Sometimes it's bacterial, sometimes it's yeast or something like that. But addressing the underlying problem with some basil and some geranium will help with that too. And lavender can be super helpful in those cases as well. Remember, we don't want oils to go down directly down into the ear canal because we don't want them to hit the eardrum, but you can put them on a cotton swab and swab the inside of the ears, not a Q-tip, a cotton ball or a cotton round, and wipe that around in there as long as you're not dripping it down into the ear canal, and make sure those ears are nice and clean as well. And you can use a lot of different things to clean them. Some people use witch hazel, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Some dogs really hate the smell of that, so you can leave that out if you want to. But there's lots of different options naturally for that as well. Debbie is wondering about separation anxiety. And Debbie, what I would really recommend for you, my dear, is to head over to the membership group. And we have a really good webinar on separation anxiety specifically. And the reason I say that for this particular reason is not to just be like, come join my membership. It's only $27. You can join for just like 1 month and then just don't click your auto renew and go and watch that. That video in particular is really good. And I get into some training issues as well, because this is not a quick fix. You can't just be like, oh no, I'm diffusing lavender and my dog doesn't have this anymore. Sometimes that can happen. That's pretty rare. I have had people say that has happened before. I don't think the dog truly had separation anxiety. I think the dog was just a little bit naughty when they were gone. But true separation anxiety is not a quick fix. You can absolutely use oils to help. Absolutely. Topically, diffused, even internally, with something like copaiba internally, the grounding blend topically, and maybe the calming blend diffused. Or you can find a combo that works really well with your specific dog or dogs, but it can take some time to figure that out. With a little bit of trial and error, it's awesome, but there's other things that you need to incorporate as well, and things that you might not realize that you're doing that can actually trigger that leading up to when you're leaving and while they're gone and that sort of thing. And so we want you to be gone to be a super positive experience instead of like a hard experience for them. And that video really gets into that, the whys and the hows, and what you can do to fix that. And so to me, joining the membership for a month for that one webinar is 100% worth it. It's $27, so I try to keep it really, really affordable. That membership is easily worth $97 a month. Actually, people tell me I should be charging more. But I refuse to. So we're never going to go higher than what we are right now. Because I want to make sure it's really accessible to you guys, and that you can get things that you need, like this webinar on separation anxiety. Okay, let's see. Holly says, my cat is so afraid of my ceiling fan. If she hides if I'm going to turn it on. What oils can I use to help her? The calming blend, petitgrain, Roman chamomile, lavender, the reassuring blend, the comforting blend, lots of different options. Spikenard is also a really favorite calming blend for cats. They really, really like it. So that would be another one, as well as vetiver. So lots of options there, Holly, depending on what your cat likes. Chris says, should a puppy's tail be docked? All right. My answer is no to that, but I am not a breeder. So I realize there's breed standards, and, if you're going to have a specific standard for the dog that you have that is required to meet that breed standard, and you're going to be showing it and things like that, that's certainly something to consider. But I don't think so. I don't like it. I won't do it. And I don't think it's necessary for anything other than aesthetics. So there's my answer on that one. It's not everybody agrees with me on that, and that's okay. I still love you, and hopefully you can still love me even if we disagree on that. But I personally don't like it. There's nerves and things like that associated with that, and if they're young enough, it doesn't seem to be a problem long term. But I personally don't like that particular procedure. Also don't like ear cropping, just FYI. Let's see. Sue, what is the best oil to massage into my dog's painful legs? She's very stiff after sleeping. Is there an option? So I really like using some oral options as well. So the polyphenol complex is amazing. You can actually give it to dogs over 35 pounds. The turmeric capsules you can actually give to dogs over 35 pounds if she's a big dog. But turmeric, copaiba, and frankincense internally, 1 or 2 drops twice a day. And then topically, you can use the massage blend, and you can also use copaiba, but I really like the massage blend, maybe with a little bit of extra marjoram in there, diluted to about 2 to 3%, and then massaged over the hips. And of course, the massage in of itself is very soothing and healing as well. But that's a really good option. The other thing you can use is the grounding blend along the spine to help kind of wake up those that spinal cord to really help with circulation and things like that as well. Let's see here. Okay. Mary Ann, morning from Perth, Australia. What's the best oil for my 18-year-old for car rides? She used to love going on trips, but now hates the car. 18 years old, she might be suffering from some cognitive stuff and maybe possibly some, maybe she has some eye problems or ear problems. And so she might get disoriented in the car. The reason why some dogs, I'm assuming this is a dog, some dogs don't like the car is because it can make them a little motion sickness. They can get a little motion sickness from it. It can make them a little nauseous. So I really like to use a combination of a calming blend, a calming oil like lavender, and a digestive support oil like the digestive blend, or maybe some ginger, or coriander is another good option, cardamom, really good for the digestive system, and using a combination of those to help with the stress of it, and then also the stress of anticipating not feeling good, as well as not feeling good from a tummy perspective. So those would be the combination I would use. I also like the grounding blend, but some really good options there. Okay, so a couple of people asking about eyes. So Elaine and Prentice. Hold on, Miles wants to go out. There you go, buddy. So with eyes, gunky eyes, I do recommend addressing the issue internally as well, potentially with maybe some probiotics or some liver support. But I really like doing a lavender cold compress. If the eyes are red and gross, then a cold compress. If they're not red, you can actually use a warm compress. And the way you do this is 2 cups of cold water, or warm water, depending on if the eyes are red or not. And so if they're red, 2 cups of cold water with a drop or 2 of lavender and frankincense. And then you take a cotton cloth, like a washcloth, and dip it in there and wring it out really well. And then you're going to hold it over the eyes, and you can do one eye at a time if the dog doesn't really like it, or the cat, and just hold it over that to provide some relief. And you can even it'll loosen up the crusties, and you can wipe the crusties clean after you've held it over there for a couple of minutes. I try to do 5 to 10 minutes, at least twice a day. And that it really helps relieve some of the inflammation and the problems associated with the eyes. So that can be really, really helpful for both of you guys, Elaine and Prentice. So Betty, can I use tea tree in the ears of a dog? No. Tea tree is actually one of the oils that is very slowly metabolized by dogs and cats and should not be used, in my opinion, because there's other oils you can use that are a lot safer. You can use it in rare circumstances if it's diluted to 1% and you're only using it one time and you're not going down into the ear canal. So you can put it, but geranium is a way better option for ears. So stick with geranium, geranium or basil, way better than tea tree. Don't use tea tree with dogs. And for more information on safety, you guys can actually, I will end with this. So I actually have a free pet safety guide. It is really beautiful. I encourage you guys to download it. It's totally free to you. I made it with all my safety information. It's got information about dogs, cats, rabbits, fish, small animals, mostly small animals, but it's really, really good, as well as my top 10 favorite oils to use with animals. But download that over at essentialoilvet.com/pet safety. Essentialoilvet.com/pet safety. It's totally free. Download that for some safety information, like you shouldn't use tea tree with dogs. So, all right, you guys, we'll end with that. Go download your free safety guide if you don't have it already. And I will be back here on Sunday at 7 p.m. to answer a few more of your questions. I'll see you then. Bye.